With Emma Thompson as the ultimate diva of the US television chat show circuit, will Late Night, a breezy comedy drama from Mindy Kaling, be a ratings winner, or will it be dropped into the bargain bin long before the second ad break? Late Night is a warm-hearted comedy drama directed by Nisha Ganatra from a screenplay by acclaimed author and comedy screenwriter Mindy Kaling. From the moment the film opened, I was captivated. Set in the ruthless and highly competitive world of late-night television chat shows, the film features Emma Thompson as Katherine Newbury, a bitchy, hard-nosed TV host who's been at the top of her broadcasting tree for nearly 30 years. But despite falling ratings for the last decade, no one was willing to try and dislodge her. Until, that is, the arrival of a gutsy new channel boss, who's determined to replace her with an oily, rather sickly comedian in what can only be a desperate dash to bring in a few extra easy ratings. Newbury decides to fight back, refusing to relinquish the show that she built up, a show she relies upon to help make her complete. Her ailing husband is Walter, played wonderfully by John Lithgow, who has early onset Parkinson's. Her love and loyalty to him is touching, and at times highly moving when their love is tested by a scandal that hits the tabloid headlines. They have no children, no close friends or family, and Katherine compensates by throwing herself into her work. Yet she's distant from her production team and the army of white, middle-class male writers who inhabit her writing room. The film's screenwriter, Mindy Kaling, plays Molly Patel, a wannabe comedy writer and stand-up artist who, by sheer fluke, lands a job as a writer on a US late-night TV chat show. When desperate for a female writer to join her writing team, Newbury insists her producer simply hires a woman, any woman. He happens to be meeting Molly at the time, and so, as ordered, he hires her. Up to that point, Molly's only experience of comedy had been announcing a few home-cooked gags on the PA system at the chemical plant where she'd been working. Molly struggles to settle in and win the trust of Newbury and her diverse mix of mixed-up colleagues in the writer's room. She battles through their prejudice with her own brand of honesty and forces them to take her seriously when she starts to get some of her ideas accepted for the show. Her unabashed tell-it-like-it-is wisdom lacks all possible diplomatic constraint and forces Newbury to reflect on how her own performance has become stale and challenges her to rethink her approach to the show. Late Night had a very modest $4 million budget, which it shows every sign of making back in record time, especially after it premiered at the Sundance Film Festival in January 2019, and the US film distribution rights were picked up by Amazon Studios. The film's director, Canadian Nisha Ganatra, received a Golden Globe in 2015 for her work as director and producer in the TV series Transparent. Nisha handles the story with punch. The film moves along at pace, making you laugh one moment and then knocking you sideways with a little hard-hitting emotion the next. The screenplay is by Mindy Kaling, who played Kelly Kapoor in the NBC version of the hit British sitcom The Office. Not only did she appear in the show, but she was also part of the writing team and even directed some of the episodes. I found the story to be welcoming, inviting you in to enjoy it right from the start, with believable and engaging characters. Whereas the story doesn't have the slightly harder edges of such films as Network, Broadcast News or even Morning Glory, it does go some way to show the cutthroat nature of the TV industry, the desperation for ratings, the insecurity of the talent in front and behind the cameras, and the tabloid news headlines that can make or break a career if a scandal hits. The screenplay was full of laughs, not quite those rib-aching laughs you get with some comedies, but amusing enough. Your emotions will also well up at times when the heartstrings are tugged by some crushing twists in the story. That aside, the film also sets out to tackle a number of today's very real workplace issues, and not just in the TV business. The lack of opportunity for women in some roles, the ingrained prejudice, perhaps subconscious, but prejudice all the same, where gender and age become career deciders rather than talent and potential. Late Night doesn't pretend to be a campaigning social documentary, pushing issues in your face. Instead, it knocks on the door of equal opportunity and shines a light through a few of the glass ceilings to highlight some of the barriers that still exist below. It has an important message, and it delivers it with style and passion. Overall, I found Late Night to be an enjoyable comedy drama that makes you laugh and makes you cry. It entertains and opens your eyes to some important issues. It does what good cinema should do. It has a message, it has something to say, and it says it with conviction. As for a rating, I'll give it 4 stars. It's an entertaining and moving film with great writing backed up with superb performances, in particular from Emma Thompson, Mindy Kaling and John Lithgow. So whether you're into the latest releases or prefer to go behind the scenes with some of our greatest filmmakers, please do subscribe to our channel. We post new videos every week, so there's always plenty to see. Here's a couple more from Rabbit and Snail that you might want to check out. Thanks for watching. See you next time.